some of you buy, you get a palm, just on it.
You know what I do with the bot buy? I take it home and I put it for the 350 of it for
Go ahead, Commissioner. If I can have everyone's attention, please.
Hold on. Okay.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'll call to order our meeting for December 23, 2014. And we'll have the fiscal officer call the roll.
Jim Matthews?
Here.
Mike Foley?
Here.
Dan Moore?
Here.
The minutes were prepared for our
Really?
trustees meeting dated December 9, 2014. Anybody have any changes or corrections for those?
I have none.
All right, as indicated, then those will stand approved as prepared. Public speak, anybody here have anything before we cover the agenda items? No? All right. Mike, we'll move on then with the road department.
Discuss letter from Marlington local schools on the purchasing of bulk salt. See enclosed. I guess we got a letter on want to purchase some bulk salt from us.
Is it simply because they don't want to have storage?
Well, I guess they do everything in bags. I don't understand. I guess they were just from what I kind of read, they were going to approve all three townships, I guess. There's something in the paper tonight.
Yeah, I didn't get to read that.
Some
So headline. Just looked real quick for it.
Yeah. So, I don't know either.
Yeah, we currently.
How much salt did they, I don't know. I think that's kind of what they want to set up, like a meeting to see.
I'm not sure how that would work. I know it sounds like a great idea, just simply buy it and sell it, but really it's not our function to be a vendor for supplies. It could create an issue. We're buying under the state purchasing plan, right? The counties with
County.
I just have to look at that. I just think it's interesting issues. And we can have Ken look at it as well. I mean, do we charge them at cost? What do we do? Of course they're going to want it at cost, right?
You're not loaded, you're going to have manpower.
I'm just not sure under those purchasing agreements that you can essentially become like a wholesale vendor for yourself.
You're out on the roads with your guys.
Well, they did kind of mention here too
I'm trying to read it over here.
that they maybe train one of their employees if they needed to load it if they weren't here. Yeah.
They may not need that much, but we can look at it. I just don't think we can answer it quickly before our next meeting, all right? Good deal.
Request approval for a purchase order to Campbell Oil in the amount of $2,210 for fuel. So moved.
And second?
Yes.
Yes. And that's all I have.
Okay. Do you want to mention about, you met with the county engineer about on snow?
Oh, yeah. I talked to the county engineer on the issue there on the snow intersection. Yeah. He was suggesting like a free-form head wall or possibly a catch basin and pipe it in would be his best solution on solving that problem.
I told Mike maybe he could get some costs together so we could look at it.
I'm sure they would share it if they went to the two roads. Maybe that's an assumption.
But we could definitely approach it on it.
Yeah, I think that'd be reasonable to at least approach them.
Yeah.
And otherwise just get the cost and see if it's feasible and practical. All right?
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
One other thing, we talked a little bit, well, one time we talked about that tree on Freshly.
Oh, yeah.
Is anything happening with that?
Not yet.
I was just curious. I know it talked like it was.
I can mention it to him again. see if,
Okay, well, I just thought nothing's ever happened with it. So,
yeah, I'll mention it to you.
Talk to the property owner or the tenant or
Yeah,
both?
tenant.
Because, we are permitted to assist or cooperate with that type of removal from the right of way. It would have to be, again, some cooperative thing. We're certainly not going to pick up the cost to take down that larger tree. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
you have anything else?
No,
Fred?
I don't either. You're going to stick around though, right?
Yep, thanks, thank you.
And Dan, the next agenda item is the fire department.
Yeah. All right, Chief.
There you go.
And start anytime you want.
Okay, request approved for a purchase order to Kansas City Schools, amount of $450 to send 3 EMTs to refresher class.
So moved.
Second.
Yes. Request approval of purchase order to Kansas City Schools again for $750 to send 2 to EMR class.
So moved.
And second.
Yes. Request approval payment to Stark County Fire Chiefs Association for $35 for 2015 annual membership dues.
So moved.
Second.
Yes. And request approval for purchase order to U.S. Safety Gear amount of $950. This is to replace another multi-gas detector, which is 6 years plus old, and the cost to repair it's not worth it.
Not working. Yeah. So moved.
Second.
Yes. Discuss propane tank at fire department.
Good question. That was kind of amongst ourselves last week. It is, since we switched to Salem propane, and we kind of started asking it, because we've not been proceeding to go or anything on this one, it's at 40%. Chief checked it last meeting. It is at 40%, but it's owned by AmeriGas. So the thing was, Mike was asking, and the gentleman at Salem had indicated with the amount we're buying for the road, he'd be able to put in a tank for free. But it'd be the matter, since it still has the 40% in it, and he's calling to get AmeriGas to take it out, we kind of thought, my thought was still just let it sit for a while. Until we get rid of it.
Which one of you can guess when the 40%?
Yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know.
That rate?
Because the only thing it runs is the generator.
The only thing it runs is the generator, runs once a week for 15 minutes. Oh, yeah, that'll last. Forever.
Unless it's
I
an
mean,
emergency.
Yeah.
I would leave it alone.
That's kind of what I was thinking, at least for a little
I
while.
would. Yeah. That's what it's telling me then, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anybody have anything else? Chief?
No, except we sat with the fire chief from Perry at the,
He's already on top of all that.
he just said that answer that to you.
We do all the ones they do.
We said that we were going to have the similar Jackson on workers' comp, and there's a lot of changes. He said that was in the chief's made-up magazine, but he said it would be really good. So just started.
Fire Chief's Monthly was in there? Thanks, Chief. Anybody got anything else?
No.
Yeah.
I
Thank
just
you, Chief.
mentioned it.
Okay. Have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you.
Chief and Jamie's behalf, they're already way ahead of most of the other places and have all that stuff done. Like, without a lot of fanfare.
He just said about that workers' comp.
Right.
Under the first item on the agenda under zoning is just to review any zoning.
Nothing outstanding. I sent a couple of letters out, one on the grass, and I haven't heard anything back from that mortgage company at all yet, out there on Knoll. So who knows when they'll get somebody out, but they probably will hand it over to something. In the 9th of January, Regional Planning is having a meeting, and we're going to go over all the brownfields. And I have like 7 properties here, and I didn't get anything back from any of the rest of the issue. So I think not that we're probably going to get any phase 1, but you know, if there's something we can do during the meeting, I'll find out during the meeting.
All right, very good.
Otherwise, anything you can do that?
Not right now, I don't.
And probably about mid-January, I'm going to start looking at things that we'll want to try to clean up early in the spring, so we have a running list going and, see what we need to do.
We have no pending cases, right? That's good.
Well, no, it's not pending, it's just moving along. And then we'll have that meeting in January, and we'll see where that goes. Okay?
Good enough. Well, the next item is to take care of this petition.
Yes.
In reference to that, I'm going to have to plead the affirmative defense of flus in my office. Can't get it done. It will be done for January's first meeting. I'm sorry. I told you last meeting it would be done for this one. But I didn't expect people to be ill.
I don't know. We really plan to have these things baked.
I doubt that the engineer's office was going to get on it right between Christmas and New Year's anyway, so.
No, that's all right. We'll just plan on it first meeting in January.
We will have it.
All right. Dan or Mike, anything for Linda? I have nothing.
Nothing. Thanks.
Very good. Thank you, Linda. And Ken, anything else?
No, I don't have anything else to offer.
All right. Thank you. A few general township items that we'll run through. First is I'll move that we approve a purchase order of the Ohio Township Association, the amount of $100 for the 2015 Winter Conference registration for Dan Moore and Mike Pauley.
Second.
Yes. You have the temporary appropriations prepared, I see, that we need here at the end of the year. Anything in particular you want to review with us? Or
No, really, they're basically the same. I probably increased the sheriff just by a little bit to make sure, and just a few of them that were basically it's the same. All of them are way under what our budget will be for the year, so there'll be no problem with the county approving them. And then I should be able to have the budget and everything to do some discussing on that, to get some other things settled in by February. In February we'll have the final.
Okay, Dan or Mike, any questions regarding temporary appropriations?
No, I have nothing.
All right, I'll move that we approve the 2015 temporary appropriations as prepared and submitted by the fiscal officer.
Second.
Yes. And you have an extension on the sheriff's contract for us, somebody?
Sir. There's 2 copies, one's for us to keep, one's for the sheriff. And that is just simply the memorandum of agreement to continue as we are until from January 1st to January 31st. So we continue the same current payment. For one, which is the 23. Currently, we're paying $23,221.24 a month, so that would continue that for at least the month of January, until we can have the time to negotiate.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no adjustment, and we are in the process of working out arrangements for a new contract. If you want to read this, I certainly can. But it does appear in order, and I would move that we approve the memorandum of understanding as submitted for the Stark County Sheriff's Office to extend our leasing contract through January 31, 2015.
Second.
Yes. Just have you sign both copies here. While they're doing that, on the next little FYI item, do we need to receipt that at all, the grant funds?
Well, it's already been...
Go into general, that's not a...
Well, I actually went ahead and put it back into the road signs.
All right.
Back into the road
Because it's a
signs because it was a reimbursement type grant.
That's good.
You have to send the invoices and everything. Last year, we did it for the new safety vests that we purchased for fire and some for road. We went back into fire last year. This year, we decided to go back into road to help cover some of our road sign purchase.
Well, that's good.
And then we did also, the second FYI there, we did receive from the state auditor that they awarded the state audit that was package that was for our township, Paris Township, and then the Sandy Creek fire, and that was awarded to Perry and Associates. which I think was kind of our second choice. I think they ended up being, I didn't really have a chance to look today at the money, but it ended up being a little bit lower than the other one. And we haven't had the final either, but we'll get back. I'm waiting on Perry and Associates itself to send their signed copies, and I will sign it and send it back to the state, and then they get everything rolling in February sometime.
All right. Very good, and that's for the next 3 terms.
It's for the next 3 terms, so it'll be, 3 audit cycles.
The only other item on here that's an FYI is that it's a reminder that the offices will be closed tomorrow, December 24, and December 25 and 26 as well.
It'll be closed again tomorrow.
At noon tomorrow? Thanks. Okay, Mike or Dan, anything?
I have nothing.
Okay, we've received the cash and revenue financial report for the year-to-date by the fiscal officer. If there's no questions on that, I'll move we approve it as submitted.
Second.
Yes.
Bills tonight are $52,491.24. Move we authorize payment of the bills.
Second.
Yes.
Communication items we usually receive, we'll move we file any communication received since the last meeting.
Second.
Yes.
And we'll adjourn briefly here in a moment, but pursuant to 121.22G, I'll move that we convene in an executive session with personnel and discuss various personnel and compensation matters.
Second.
Yes.
Are there any changes in the closing hours or open hours for New Year's also or not? You're going to be open the day after New Year's? Okay.
As I know, yeah.
All right. So just New Year's Day will be closed.
Right.
No, I don't.
Well, sometimes if it's like on Friday, sometimes it's closed.
It's up to you guys, I mean, yeah, so.
Well, it is up to you. Do you want to open or not? I think most businesses are open on the second.
Yeah, that's fine, I mean, I don't have any plans or anything, so.
But since the issue's been raised, what do people think about it? Do you want to go out there?
How much?
I don't see us being busy at all.
Nobody comes in on Friday.
It has been completely dead this week, this month, I should say. I'm not getting many calls at all.
I don't think it would be a problem if we were closed, personally.
Dan, you have any issue with
No,
that?
I don't either. I think it's fine.
Closed on Friday,
Yeah,
okay.
This time of year, I can't see.
Well, it's a good thing Linda raised it,
Yeah,
because I hadn't thought about it, so.
of course, I'll be New Year's Eve till 3, that's no issue, so.
All right, so just to make it clear, it's noon tomorrow, closed the 25th, 26th, and then we'll be closed on January 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, first and second. I should start on how many days we're going to be open next week. We're going to go easy.
Kind of like parents. When you're on the
All right, we're going to take a break before the executive session. As usual, though, of course, I want to open the floor if anybody has any questions or comments to offer. Doesn't appear anybody does. I appreciate those of you who attend our meetings and all the input that you have from time to time. It's hard to believe we're at the end of the year here, but I certainly want to echo what Mike was conveying earlier and wish everybody a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. And we'll plan to see you here on the 5th.
We do appreciate your attendance, so thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Jill, anything?
Yeah.
And Jamie, let's just open it all right up.
No? And?
Linda?
I'm good. I asked my question.
Very good. We'll stand at recess for 5 minutes.
Do you guys need this back on for anything?
No.